Welcome to this edition of Video Ask a Master, where we discuss all things Mimeo. Devin F. asks, I love the new U.S. President's Gallery Pack. How can I use this wonderful resource in my classroom? This is a great question and so timely with President's Day coming up in the next month. In this video, I will showcase the U.S. President's Gallery Pack, go through a few of the lessons and the templates that you can find there, and also show how you can use this gallery to make a customized lesson. First, let's talk about where you can find the gallery pack, how to download it, and how you can access it once you do download it. As with any gallery pack through MimioConnect, you can find it by going to the MimioConnect website. It just so happens that the gallery pack for the presidents is a featured gallery for this month, so as soon as the website comes up, you should be able to see it as one of the featured items for the website. And what you'll find is as soon as that comes up, we have another great one that's happening is our weather gallery pack. But you can also kind of scroll through, and there you have the U.S. President Gallery Pack. All you have to do is click on that, and it should bring up the activity and the lessons. And you can see right here, you click on that, you choose that MCF file, and you download it. And once you download it, you'll find that it downloads directly into your gallery. And I pulled up my gallery, and here's it pulled up right underneath my imported content packs. And here's the President of the United States pack. And in that pack, there are all kinds of things. Not only are there images of the presidents, but there's also some labels for them telling you their names, and also, for example, how long they were president and what number president they were. So there's a lot of just good basic information there in that image gallery. Also, you have not only images of the presidents, but also some templates. And with those templates, it's different backgrounds you can use for putting together your lesson for the presidency. There's parchment, there's a flag, templates where you can do some matching, and I'll show you where some of those have been used. But all those templates are available not only for this gallery, but also for other lessons that you may want to put together. Always a good thing to have nice templates. And also with this gallery, there are some pre-made lessons. And I'm just going to go through a couple of those that I found interesting and that I might use in my classroom. First, we have an activity for matching the presidents. And this, you'll find with this gallery that many of them are grade specific to let you know whether or not they are as is useful for your classroom, or perhaps you would want to modify them for your grade level. I really like this activity. It's already made, and what you do, you pull down your objective, and it tells you that students will drag the identifying information from the President's Pack in the Mimio Studio Gallery and place it in the box under the correct president's image, and then pull the arrows to check the answers. So you can use that gallery that you've pulled in. You simply go back up to your images, and you have information, and you pull it out, and you can see, do I have President Lincoln here? And if you do, we don't right now, but you match it. You could also do this in another way, having the information already available. Once the students have the information put in, you simply pull the arrows down to check. Always good to have instant feedback, and pull the arrows up to check. It's a really nice activity for learning the presidents, perhaps introducing some presidents for some reports, things that you might want the students to investigate a little further. And it goes on through all of the presidents. So you can use those information labels that are already in the gallery to match them up with the presidents. Here's one that's a presidential timeline, and what the students would do with this is they place the presidents in the correct timeline location by dragging each president to the year in which the presidency began, and once again pull the arrow to check the labels. So the students would, this is an easy one, George Washington, put them in timeline as to when they came, when their presidency started. Once they have it done, they can pull to check. Transparency tool used here to see if they're correct. Another great activity for exploring the presidents of the United States. This one is grades 1 through 4, but it could be modified for higher grade levels. And it combines knowing what presidents are on what coins and also some math activities. So in this, the students complete the column by dragging the president's name and coin from behind the question box, which is down here, and putting the coin in the correct location, and then drag the president's picture to the right. So for example, I look at George Washington. He's on the quarter, so I know I can pull that over there. I can pull out John F. Kennedy, put his name right there. Here's the Kennedy half. I can pull out another one, Thomas Jefferson, pull out another one, President Roosevelt, and the last one, George Washington, not the last, I'm sorry, and then Abraham Lincoln. And now I can match up my coins, my Franklin dime, my Jefferson nickel, and then pull out the names of my coins. This not only gives students practice in recognizing coins for younger students, but for the older students also gives them some information about the presidents who are on coins and how much those coins are worth. If I want to check to make sure if I'm right, I simply drag my president over and I can see that I am right, and that works for all of those. Really nice activity. And then I can go on and use these same coins for students to show money amounts, checking the columns by adding the coins together. Just another way to use those coins, to use the information from the presidential coins to go into math. If you notice, you have a little clone symbol here. I can pull out as many coins as I need. I love the cloning. And this can go on for other amounts of money. When I was looking at this presidential pack, I happened to be sitting next to a teacher in the computer lab at my school, and she was working on a President's Day activity, and she was wanting to use Mount Rushmore, and she happened to see the image of Mount Rushmore that was with the President's Pack, and we started talking about ways that we could perhaps use this President's Pack to create a custom activity. And so what we've come up with, and I think it's going to be kind of fun, she teaches an 11th grade social studies class, is that the students will use their knowledge of U.S. presidents and the gallery pack to kind of change the face of Mount Rushmore. And what she wants her students to do is collaboratively in groups come up with alternative faces for Mount Rushmore and why those faces should be there. In other words, why instead of Washington would we perhaps want James Madison? Why instead of Lincoln we would perhaps want Buchanan? Why instead of Roosevelt we would want Truman? And why instead of Jefferson we would want Kennedy? And we thought it would be really interesting to have students kind of use this backdrop of Mount Rushmore, use the presidential gallery pack for the images, and then do a little research at an upper level to determine why those people deserve to be on Mount Rushmore as opposed to the people who are already there. Just an idea of how to use that presidential gallery pack for your own customizable lessons. You can come up with other ideas. There are some great ideas out there. I hope that this has been interesting to you. Thank you for watching, and I hope that you can use this presidential gallery pack for President's Day coming up in February and throughout the year, and for all kinds of things that we use for politics and for social studies lessons. If you have a question, or if you just want to know how to use something, please contact us at mimeoconnect.com and click on Ask a Master and let us know how we can help you. Once again, thanks for watching and have a great day.